Hello, today we are going to learn how to make Tubani from Upper West. I am a Sisala by tribe, and this is how I know I grew up seeing my mom and other women preparing Tubani. So let's start. We are going to use beans powder. You grind your beans into powdered form. Always make sure it is in a tight container or plastic rubber, in a rubber. So I'm scooping out my beans. You have to sieve it. Mine is already sieved and tied down. So I always scoop it when I need it. So I'm transferring it into my silver. You can use any plastic bowl, silver, anything. So this food is called Tubani. Tubani is made of beans. We use beans to make it. Beans powder. You grind it in powdered form. You can see me scooping my beans powder into my bowl, my silver. And that's my spoon for stirring, my ladle for stirring. So you're going to need kawo, saltpeter. I don't know how the English is pronounced. I'm using the white one. We have brown kawo and white kawo. But if you want to get a good a good consistency, you need to use the white one because that is more powerful than the brown one. If you want to use the brown powdered kanwo, you need to use much of it, plenty, before you could get what you want. And so that's the kanwo I've added to the beans powder, and I'm going to stir it. Let's stir. I'm going to mix it together before adding my water. So Tubani is made up of just three things: the beans powder, the kanwo, the white kanwo powder, and then water. So I'm stirring it. You can see I'm mixing it together, the two powders together. Then I'm going to add water to it and stir. Well, you need to add water and then stir. Make sure you stir it very well so that it doesn't become lumpy. Even if it becomes lumpy, you add energy and mash it well for it to. I was using one hand to record and then use one hand to stir. So I had to push it closer so that my knee can support it. Hold the silver for me. So you can see me mixing the water and then the beans powder together. Yeah, here we go. I'm adding more water because it's too thick. You know, if you want to make tubani and get it sweeter and nicer, you need to make it liquid, like very light, because if it is thick and it's cooked, you won't be able to swallow it. It will be very hard. So you can see I added more water and made it very light. Made it very, very light. We the Sisala, we like light foods. Any food, we like it to be light so that you can easily swallow it. So I'm using a plastic rubber. I'm using rubber. This is Olonka rubber because it's very big. So back in the north, they use leaves. You can either use plantain leaves or any other good edible leaves. So whilst you are tying it, you put your pot on fire, water on fire, and then wait for it to heat up whilst you are scooping and tying your tubani, the liquid tubani, in your rubber. So you can see the olonka rubber. I divided it into two so that I'll be able to scoop the tubani mixture into it. I'm scooping it. I'm trying to stir before, because when you leave it for some time, the powder settles down, then the water will be up. So you stir it, mix it well before scooping it into your rubber. I'm scooping and then I would be tying it so that you see how to tie it. And then you make it very light also so that when you put it in the water for it to boil and get cooked, the inner part would also get be cooked. But if it is too thick, mostly the outer part, the outside gets cooked and the inside doesn't get cooked. That's why I like to make it very light so that it will all cooking up very well. You can see me tying it. Tie it very well. If not, if you drop it in the water, it would come out and then water would enter, which will make the tubani more softer than you expect because you've already make it light. So you can see the water is hot now. You can wait for it to boil or wait for it to just be hot and then start putting it in. Let me shake it very well. Shake it, shake before adding it into the water. Yeah, continue shaking. So when you add it all, when your pot is full, don't add more. Wait for this one to get cooked first, so that before you add the remaining, you remove those cooked ones and then you add the remaining to it. So I think this is enough. We'll cover our pot and wait for it to get cooked. Now fan it a little. Now I think it's ready. It's ready. Yeah, let's check it out. The thing is hot. Ooh, trying to turn it, sometimes the down parts get cooked and the top parts doesn't get cooked, so you always have to adjust it. This one is already cooked. You can see how beautiful it came out. It's looking sumptuous. Always be careful when taking it out. It's very hot. You can use a ladle to remove it if you can't contain heat. Yeah, sorry. Oh, the thing is very hot. Don't try this at home. Don't use your bare hand. I'm used to it, so yeah. So you'll be seeing it from the rubber. So this time I needed a lady to help me out. I was selling while I was cooking too. She washed her hands very well, and then she started unwrapping the Tubani. I have to unwrap it so that the heat will leave and then air would blow on it for it to start hardening up. Oh, you can see this video actually, she was praising how soft my Tubani is, because she always buys some in Agublush and it's very hard. She can't swallow, so she enjoys my own. So she was happy helping me cut it out. I thought you can cut your Tubani into any size you want. You can make it bigger, but I prefer it to be in smaller quantities so that it will reach all of us and then you can easily swallow it too. You can see we always eat Tubani with oil and pepper and onion plus salt as a sweetener. You can see me dishing it out to serve and adding our sauce to it. This looks delicious. It came out well. We all enjoyed it. If you eat this food in the morning, trust me, you'll not eat any other food again till evening, or you even sleep with it, because you only be drinking water. You can see how it came out. Beautiful. Try it and let's see.